All right, last question. These are all really basic questions, but I think it's good to answer like basic questions for the first like Q&A thing. So next time I'll do some a little more interesting questions. And also, go to my second TikTok account. I just sit there and answer questions all day. I just reply with a video to a comment, and I just answer dumb questions. Like this morning I answered who would win in a fight between 5 trails versus one gorilla. Like I just answer literally any question. So if you want a question answer a little faster, go on there. It's just called Devlifts 2. So yeah. But this last question, someone asked me, what got me into bodybuilding and what are my plans for the future? Also a good question. I would say what got me into bodybuilding is football and just sports in general. So, I'd never really worked out a lot, but we used to have to for football. So I just kept doing football workouts. And then I realized I was like, damn, I'm kind of strong. Like I'm way stronger than everyone else. And then like almost exactly 5 years ago, my friend named Brody was a power lifter and he had a home gym and I went there and I just started working out. I started powerlifting, squat, bench, and deadlift. And I was getting strong as hell really, really fast. I was really strong for my age. So I was 16 years old when I started working out. It's been almost 5 years. He had a home gym. He really got me into lifting. So shout out Brody Hauk. That dude got me into lifting. So I was 16 years old at his house. One of my first times benching, I hit 235 at 16 years old. And then I squatted 335 and then deadlifted 345, I think. My deadlift has always been bad, I'm telling you guys. I mean, it's not bad for one of my first times deadlifting ever. Like, it probably was one of my first. It's probably one of like my fourth or fifth time ever deadlifting, probably. But yeah, my pulling has never been great. Like, usually your deadlift isn't that close to your squat. But yeah, my squat has always been strong. My bench has always been good since I was 16. Yeah, my bench has always been pretty good. I remember one time in 8th grade, so I was 13. I think I was 13 at the time. I was at a basketball game at my high school, and then me and a couple of my friends snuck into the weight room and just started benching for fun. Like, I obviously did not start working out in 8th grade. This was the one-time thing I went in and just benched. And I hit 185 pounds, like, without benching prior. And in 8th grade, I was 13. Like, that's pretty good, dude. It was either 185 or 180. But, like, I've always been genetically blessed. I'm super grateful for it. Yeah, so that's how I got into it, was football and Brody Hauk. So the more football workouts I did, I just kept getting stronger and stronger. And then eventually I started working out on my own at a gym, just like after football, like for extra stuff. And eventually I was just hitting crazy numbers. I started getting gear accusations at 16. I benched 225 for 20 reps at 16 before I could, like as I got, it's kind of funny. Like I got my driver's license as I hit 225 for 20 reps, which is just crazy to think about. And I don't even say that as like a flex because this was 5 years ago. It's just ridiculous. Like you don't hear that for most like that's a top 0.1% thing for men. And I was 16 doing that. And then, I also squatted 405 for 5 at 16. I don't remember what my best deadlift was at that age because I'd never really deadlifted. Because I knew I was bad at deadlifting, so I just didn't do it that much. Yeah, 405 for 5 squat at 16. I know I hit that. 225 for 20 on bench. And I also benched 300 flat for 1 on bench, which also I feel like it should have been higher considering I hit 225 for 20. So that's what first got me into bodybuilding or working out in general. And then I just kept working out. I kept working out for football mainly. I kept, when I first started, I was honestly just more of a power lifter and a football trainer. Like I haven't been real bodybuilding training since like 2 years ago. But like my first 3 years was just pure football. Like I was doing like Nordic hamstring curls and like box jumps. Like that was my first 3 years, and then I was just like powerlifting. Um, but yeah, I was getting big fast. I was getting strong fast, and then after I graduated high school, me and my girlfriend broke up, and that's really when I started locking in on the gym and started like real bodybuilding, and that's when I started really blowing up. In August 2023, I went to college for football, my freshman year of football. I hated it. All I thought about during the practices was bodybuilding. All I thought about was my workout after. I skipped every single football lift. I didn't go to one single football workout. And I don't even think they noticed, dude. On a D3 team, there's so many players, like, they didn't notice I was gone. I skipped every single workout because I didn't want to affect my gains for my real bodybuilding workout. You know what I'm saying? So I started to realize, like, damn, I don't really love football anymore, which was really sad and really hard to accept. But it was also kind of relieving, like, finding a real passion, like bodybuilding. Like, it was really sad to know that, like, damn, I'm gonna be done playing football after this. Like, the very last practice I had at college before I decided to be done, I was like, I was taking my pads off. I was like, damn, like, I'm never gonna put my pads on again. Like, not to sound like cringe or anything, but it was just like, damn, like I loved football. Like, I still love it. Like, I still miss it sometimes. But yeah, just knowing how much I loved football and then realizing, like, damn, it's done, it's over, was like hard, but it was also cool knowing that I'm doing it to pursue bodybuilding. Like, if I didn't quit football, I'd still be stuck in Indiana. I wouldn't be going on these Houston trips. I wouldn't be sponsored by Ekko. I wouldn't have blown up on TikTok because I would still be scared of posting and other people seeing me in public and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I quit, I stopped caring about what other people thought about me, and all that. But also in college, my first year, I put on 60 pounds in 6 months. Like I said, we broke up. Me and my girlfriend broke up, and I was just really depressed. Like, that was the worst time of my life, probably. Like, just because I was so stressed between, like, what to do with my life, what to do for college, like, what college should I go to? Do I want to play football? Do I really like football? And then just dealing with a breakup of 4 years all at the same time it was tough. And I was honestly just binge eating and, like, stress eating. And that was also at the time when I thought you had to just stuff your face to grow. And also at the college, they have buffets every meal. So literally every single meal was a buffet for me. I ate until I couldn't. And I ate I tracked my calories one day, and I was eating 7,000 to 8,000 calories a day, literally, for 6 months. I put on 60 pounds. So I went from 190 to 248. That was the peak that I weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself every day, so I would not be surprised if I got up to like 252 or even more. And I'm 5'7", by the way. So yeah, that was terrible. And then one day I looked in the mirror, I was like, damn, what is wrong with me, dude? I gotta lock in. Like, I was like disgusted with myself. And I lost all the weight. I went from 248 to 183 in about a year and a half. I lost the first 50 in like 7 months, which was pretty good. Something like that. I don't know the exact, but I know I lost over 70, I think it is. I don't know the math. You know, the 248 to 183 was my lowest. But yeah, so also more of the story, don't bulk. Do not do a dirty bulk like I did. Like, if you're going to bulk, do like 100, 200 calorie surplus. Don't dirty bulk, please, I'm begging you. I'm still cutting. I'm still recovering from it 2 years ago. This is 2023, by the way. I'm still recovering from that bulk. So please don't do it, I'm begging you. So yeah, I lost all the weight. After the first year of college was done, I was like, yeah, I'm not going back. I can't do this. I did not. I hated it. I was so miserable. I was so depressed, so miserable. I hated my life. I dreaded every day. I just cannot do school. I had really bad ADHD. Also, I hate the people who blame everything on ADHD. So I'm not trying to sound like one of those people, but I really did. And then I also didn't have health insurance, so I couldn't get my Adderall, my medicine for it. So it just made it worse. Also, I'm like, again, I'm not blaming my ADHD on that. I hate people who do that, although it is very serious. But so yeah, after the first year of college, I was like, I'm done, bro. I'm not going back there. So I took that semester off, and I was just a bum. Like, I didn't go to school. I had a trash job, but I was just doing. I took the semester off to just like think about what I want to do. And then I did online college the next semester after that. This is a really long video. And then I did online college the semester after that. I did kinesiology at an online school in Lansing. But I didn't even want to go to school. I just did it to say I was in school, to say I was doing something. Like, people ask, like, hey, what's up? How you been? Like, what have you been doing lately? I just have nothing to say. So I'm be like, oh, yeah, I'm in school. Like, that was why I did school. Just to not look like a bum to other people and not look like a bum to like my parents. And then that's when I started posting. I started posting November in 2024. And I also got a personal trainer job at Crunch Fitness. Right after I stopped working there, I started posting. I'm going way off topic here sometimes, sorry. And then I started posting, and first post was a leg day. First post blew up, like 200K views. Well, I mean, that's not like really blowing up, but that's really good for a first time. So I went from 900 followers in November of 2024, and here I am in September of 2025. I'm at, I think, 96K. So 95,000 followers in 10 months, something like that. Like, that's ridiculous. But you also asked my plans for the future. So I was gonna compete last June on June 13th. So I did a whole prep. I was 29 days out, actually, exactly 29 days out. And my dad died, which sucks. You guys know that by now. And when he died, the first couple days, I was just like screw it, bro. I'm done. I don't care about anything. And I ate whatever. I ate off plan. Like, I didn't go crazy. I didn't binge or anything insane, but I went off plan, and I was already really behind. I was already lacking. Like, I wasn't gonna be that lean on stage. I was gonna be lean, but not that lean. So those couple days just set me behind, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it anymore. I'm not gonna be lean enough. And I don't make an excuse for myself. I hate that I wasn't lean enough. I wish I dieted a little more aggressively in the beginning, but I'm not going to step on stage if I don't look my 100% best. Like, although I would have won that show, 100%, I would have won that show. I wouldn't have been my best, and I'm not going to step on stage if I'm not my best. Does that make sense? Especially having a social media influence. Like, I'm not going to post my physique on a stage that's not 100% my best. Does that make sense? So I was like, okay, I told my coach, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be lean enough. She disagreed, actually, but I was like, and I got confirmation from TNF, like, dude, you're not lean enough. And that was really what set me over. I was like debating, am I lean enough? Am I not? That's what really set me over, was TNF giving me that confirmation, like, don't do this show. So then we decided to push it back to September, which should have been a couple days ago. And then a week after we decided that we're going to push it back to September, my coach texted me this long paragraph and was like, I think you should wait till next year. And I really didn't want to. I kind of wish I didn't. I really wanted to compete. I was really looking forward to it. I hate that I look like a quitter. And it's not like I'm really quitting. Like, I am gonna compete. I'm just prolonging the period of the, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just pushing it back, I guess. But I kind of wish I still did this one. I think I would have been fine. But she was really worried about me, like, mentally, because my dad just dying. And also, I was cutting for a year and a half straight at that point. So if I would have did the show in September, it would have been almost 2 years straight of dieting when my test was already at 370 or 380, which is pretty low. So my hormones were pretty low. Dieting, it would have been 2 years straight. My dad just died. So those were really kind of her reasons. And she was like, we should just wait and have a good, like, growth phase and just wait till next June. So I agreed. Like, I was kind of like, why would I have a coach if I'm not going to listen to her? Does that make sense? So I listened to her, and now I'm pushing it back to June 2026. That's the plans for the future. I'm going to compete in June 2026, 100%, no matter what, no matter if my whole family dies, I'm going to compete in June. I really want to. I've been looking forward to it for years, and I cannot wait to do it. But and I refuse to go on stage looking my best. I'm not going on stage unless I'm like 5% body, like 4 or 5% body fat, dude. I'm going to be looking crazy. So yeah, that's why I'm cutting right now, so I can get to a good baseline before I start prep. I want to be like 170 on stage, dude, and I'm 195 right now. So if that gives you a reference. But plans for the more in the future, I want to be an OCB pro, which is, so the OCB is a natural federation, so only natural bodybuilders compete in that. And there's a what's it called? The lying test. What's it called? I can't think. I can't think of the damn name. It's gonna piss me off. They do a test where just see if you're lying or not. So that's the first one, and then after you win, you get a piss test. So it's only natural people. So I want to be an OCB pro first. That's the first goal, and that should be fairly easy. I should win that my first show. And I don't say that to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like that. I'm not like that. But OCB is not crazy competitive, and I should win my OCB pro card immediately. Like, I would be very shocked if I don't. After that, I want to be an IFBB pro, and I haven't really thought too far after OCB pro, but if I could be an IFBB pro naturally, that'd be sweet. I don't think it's crazy to say that. I think it'd be hard. I would have to say natural for a lot longer, but I think I could do it. And IFBB pro is obviously unnatural people. But also, OCB has a thing called the Yorton Cup, which is like pretty much the natural Olympia. It's like the Olympia for the OCB. And there's actually a good decent prize. I think the winner gets like $10K. So that'd be cool. I could honestly, like, I probably won't win that right away. No, I definitely won't win that right away. But it'd be cool to compete in that. Like, I could see myself in the future winning that like 7 or 8 years straight. Like when I'm 30 or like 20. I could see myself being like 24 to 30 years old, just winning that every year and just racking up money. That'd be cool. But plans in the future when talking about gear. So I used to have my mindset on being on gear in the future. Like, I was 100% certain I would be on gear in the future. When I'm like 23 or 24, Derrick Henry 28-yard touchdown. Let's go. I need him. Anyways, dang, I've been talking for 22 minutes. I need to get home and watch the game. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Plans in the future for gear, because I'm assuming you were like talking about that a little bit. Plans in the future for gear. So I used to be 100% certain I would hop on, but the more I think about it, the more I think I might not hop on. But I'm sure I will. It really just, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think like there's a lot of health risk. And also, you got to think about this. If I hop on, I'm just another guy on gear. Like, I'm not gonna be Nick Walker. I mean, probably not. I'm just gonna be another guy on gear. But if I stay natural forever, I genuinely think, like, this might be ridiculous. I genuinely think I could be one of the biggest or one of the strongest naturals ever. Like, let me know if I'm being ridiculous. Let me know if that's crazy to say. Think of my strength at 20 years old. Think of me, how I benched 405 at 18 years old. Think of me when I'm 30. Imagine how big I will be with 10 more years of training. Imagine how much stronger I'll be with 10 more years of training. I'm already maxing every machine. I'm already maxing the Gympin on a lot of machines. I have to use pin extenders already. I'm not trying to talk about myself here right now, but imagine it in 10 years. Like, why can't I be the biggest natural ever? Why can't I be the strongest natural ever? That's what's stopping me from hopping on. And if I did hop on, it would be 4 or 5 years. So that's what's stopping me from hopping on. And also, a lot of people look up to me because of the fact that I'm natural. So if I just hop on and ruin that, like, I feel a little guilty. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this is what got me here. Like, the fact that I'm my whole persona is like being one of the biggest naturals, being one of the strongest naturals, 20 years old. Like, so if I just ruin that and just hop on, like, kind of like, it's like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to make this a whole video in its own because it's 25 minutes long. So yeah, that's the plans when it comes to, like, gear and stuff. But, yeah, obviously the end goal is to be at the Olympia. That'll be a long time, so I haven't even thought about that really, or, like, in depth, you know what I'm saying? But if I don't hop on, I guess I'll never be there. So, gotta decide what I want to do. I don't know yet. But yeah. Alright, like I said, I'm just gonna make this a whole different video. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. God bless you.